Alright, I saw the second episode of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. It's probably worse than the first one. I mean, at least there was something happening in it where, you know, she gets her powers and she has to figure it out, and the Hulk tries to help her, and she tells him she's better than him and stuff like that. But at least that was something they were doing. Here, well, she gets fired because she hulked out at the end of the last episode, saved people, but her law firm, because of her appearance, their firm lost that case because, I don't know, it was seen as influencing the jury or some crap. Anyway, so that sets her up to get hired by this group that wants to represent superhuman people, and they like the idea of She-Hulk being their big, you know, sort of mascot, I guess. And that's the deal. She's going to be involved in these cases that involve superpowered people. And her first client is the Abomination. So Tim Roth returns to the role. And so that's connecting it to the first Hulk movie, which, of course, didn't star Mark Ruffalo, but apparently Ed Norton was a problem. So they gave him the boot and brought in Mark Ruffalo, who's just not that good of an actor. But there it is. He's the Hulk. And where's the Hulk in this episode? Well, he's in outer space. So the little teases of that, which you saw in the first episode, which I guess is supposed to involve World War Hulk, if they're going to tease that for some future event, what have you. I don't know. Or maybe they'll tie that into Secret Wars when they get there. Whatever. I mean, the World War Hulk story, they can't do it the way it was. I mean, Tony Stark's the one who shot him into space, but they kind of just did it where the Hulk got abducted and ended up in the Thor movie. Whatever. Who cares? So he's out of it for the time being. But complaining about being a derivative character of the Hulk, which She-Hulk is, jokes about her name. None of the jokes are funny. It's supposed to be a comedy. They've openly admitted that, and that's taken it from the comedic approach that John Byrne did with the sensational She-Hulk series that he did way back when. And so fine, but all of the attempts at humor fall flat. It must have been painful to go through it. It's so bad. But there's nothing in this episode, not really. So they tease the Abomination, and he's still locked up in prison. But how can that be? The Abomination was in Shang-Chi. Did they mess up? No, there's a little tease at the end where there's footage of the Abomination in the underground arena battles, or, fight clubs, whatever you want to call it, which is what you saw in Shang-Chi if you are one of the people that actually saw it. But that was one of the little Easter eggs was, oh, look, the Abomination, there he is. And then that was it. You blinked, you missed it. Well, so now they'll deal with that story, I guess. So that's something of interest, I suppose. But all it was in this episode was a tease. And meanwhile, Blonsky is in prison. So that's the deal. And he's seeking her representation. Because he's a changed man, and he wants to make amends and all that sort of stuff. Plus, the only interesting aspect is his angle, which is what he comes up with. She's the lawyer. But he presents his case that the government forced him into this because they shot him up with this experimental super soldier serum, if you recall the Hulk movie. And that's true, so he could kind of argue that he was not in his right mind when all this happened, and he ended up becoming the Abomination and trashing the city and all that sort of stuff. And that's about it. I mean, it's a scene that's less than a minute. And then the final teaser revealing, hey, yeah, how could he was supposed to be in prison all this time. How was he in that scene in Shang-Chi? So they'll either that's not the real Blonsky or something along those lines. So that, I guess that'll be the mystery that they'll have to deal with in the series, if that's the main focus of it, I don't know. Because if they gave her a bunch of cases, that would be kind of more interesting, of other characters you could bring in there, and their opportunities for humor there. But again, I'm not confident that they know how to do it, because they're terrible at jokes in this show. It's only 2 episodes in, but whew. So the rest of it, we meet her family and her parents, and that was so bad. Oh man, just terrible. But that's kind of the bulk of the episode, is that type of stuff. And then she gets her new job, and she gets her gal pal there, and all this stuff. And don't care. Yeah, there's supposed to have been some other Easter eggs. Someone was saying there's something about Wolverine in it. I guess I missed it, but look, it's hard to stay focused on this thing because it's trash. The CGI is so bad, and I'm the guy that forgives it, but you gotta have something else there, so that it's just the way that She-Hulk moves and everything. It's just not real, and it just doesn't work. And it's just not coming together. This thing's a failure. So that's about it. There's really nothing else there. This was just kind of a wasted episode, and then all of a sudden it's over. It's, oh, okay, that's that. So yeah, the attempts at family humor and stuff. I said that Ms. Marvel is probably, not probably, it is their best D+ series. Imagine that. Didn't see that coming, but it is. And then that show was able to handle. I think you had little humorous moments with Kamala's family and all that stuff. That was done way better than this. It's just comes across as lazy stuff slapped together. And again, Tatiana Maslany, I know she's talented. I've seen her show her skills. There's none of that here, and she's just completely wasted. And yeah, I know her dumb politics that she spouts. They all do this crap. It's just rinse, lather, repeat marketing that markets to no one. I don't know the insanity of continuing that. That does nothing for your film or show. So, whatever. But, continuing in the line of terrible Marvel shows, this will be another one, but it's just stupid and bad. It's not on like the things that seriously bothered me about, the Falcon show, and then WandaVision, which was deliberately sabotaged by Kevin Feige, who's proud to announce that he did that. And then I guess like along the lines of Loki, which was more stupid than all the other. Of course, it was, the women are better and that sort of thing, but just, wasted. And this is another waste. I'm afraid so. Maybe the 3rd episode will just shock everybody and be brilliant, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. So anyway, there you go. She-Hulk, episode number 2.